subscribe to my channel. I'm just a girl who likes reading romance, fantasy romance, paranormal romance, any kind of genre of romance in general. And I also happen to have a cerebral palsy, and it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. Happy Wednesday! Today's video is going to be binge-worthy romance recommendations. Romance series that I find binge-worthy, or romance series that I have binge-read. I got this idea from watching Morgan and Nothing Better Than a Book. I saw her do this video, and Cheyenne from That Tall Book Girl, she also did this video concept, so I'll link their channels down below in the description. Let's move on to the recommendations. The first recommendation is actually an author, and I read this author because of Cheyenne. She recommended Flawless by Elsie Silver. I read Flawless, and then I went on to binge Elsie Silver Gold Rush Ranch series. The Gold Rush Ranch series is Off to the Gate. That's a novella. Then the first book is called Off to the Races. The second book is called A Photo Finish. The third book is called The Front Runner. The fourth book is called A False Start. And then the Silver Chestnut Springs series. Then I was caught up on her books. I have read all of her books. Another series that I found binge-worthy that I couldn't stop reading is the Off Balance series by Lucia Franco. I first started reading this series because of McKay from Oh Hey It's McKay, and Cheyenne also really loves this series, and Caitlin from The Love Librarian. First book in the Off Balance series is called Balance Execution. The third book is called Release. The fourth book is called Twist, and the fifth book is called Dismount. I binged all 5 books back to back. I couldn't stop reading. The Off Balance series is about Kova and Rhea. Kova she wants to be a gold medalist Olympian, and Kova is her coach. It's a taboo romance, it's a forbidden romance, it's age gap, and I love this series so much. If you haven't checked out Lucia Franco's Off Balance series, I highly suggest it for all my taboo romance lovers out there. And then for another small town romance series that I find binge-worthy, and I also read this series because of Morgan. It's the Honey Mountain series by Laura Pavlov. A family of sisters, and we all watch them get their HEA when they find their partner. But the first book in that series is called Always Mine. The second book in that series is called Ever Mine. The third book in this series, Make You Mine. The fourth book in that series called Simply Mine, and the last book in that series is called Only Mine. Now, I will say the first book, Always Mine, is not the strongest in the book, but don't let that deter you from finishing the series, because my favorite books in the series are Evermind, the second book, Simply Mine, the fourth book, and Only Mine, the last book. Another binge-worthy series, it's like a 3-book series that I find binge-worthy, is the Blame It on the Alcohol series by Fiona Cole. The first book is called Blame It on the Champagne. The first book in the series is my least favorite. I gave it 3 stars. And the next book in that series is called Blame It on the Tequila. The third book in that series is called Blame It on the Vodka. The third book in that series is my favorite because I love the hero, Austin. The next series I want to recommend to you is another taboo series, and it's by Sarah Simone, and it's the Pre-series by Sarah Simone. And I discovered this series when I was looking through one of my favorite narrators' backlist, and it's Jacob Morgan and / Zachary Weber, and I was stumbled upon the series when I was looking for audiobooks that he narrates, and it happened to be the Pre-series. And if you don't know what this Pre-series is by Sarah Simone, and it follows the Bell brothers, and one of the brothers, Tyler Bell, is a priest. The other Bell brother is a monk, and that's the third Bell brother is a monk, and the second Bell brother, Sean Bell, he falls in love with a nun, and his best friend's younger sister, who's going to become a nun. This series is very taboo. I first listened to it because Jacob Morgan was narrating it, but I couldn't stop reading it. And the audiobooks are great, and I was surprisingly interested about the way they talk about religion, because I'm Catholic, and it was really interesting how they bring up religion and sexuality, and how finding their partners help them cope with their situations that dealt with their sister. The first book in that series is called Priest. Then we have the novella Midnight Mass. Then we have Sinner. And the last book in that series, for now, is called Saint. If you're going to check out the Pre-series by Sarah Simone, I suggest the audiobook because Jacob Morgan is one of my favorite audiobook narrators. The last series I'm going to recommend for a binge-worthy series is The Bergman Brothers by Chloe Leese. when I'm filming this on a Tuesday, April 10th, If Only You, Ziggy's story, the sixth book in the Bergman brothers, releases today. That is also the reason why I wanted to film this video. But if you don't know what the Bergman brothers is, it follows the Bergman family and watching the Bergman kids get their happily ever after, and some of the Bergman kids, well, most of the Bergman kids, have a chronic illness, or their love interest has a chronic illness. So the first book in the Bergman Brothers series is called Only When It's Us. The second book in that series is my favorite book in that series, Always Only You. The third book in that series is called Ever After Always. The fourth book in that series is called With You Forever. The fifth book is called Everything for You. And the sixth book in that series, which releases today, is called If Only You. That is Ziggy's story. Those are all my binge-worthy romance series recommendations. Please let me know down in the comments below what are your favorite binge-worthy romance books you'd like to read. I would love to know and get more recommendations. I will definitely be doing a part 2 to this series somewhere down the line because I am definitely missing some books. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. That would mean the world to me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you Friday. Bye.